welcome to you all very much. This is, in my opinion, one of the most significant factors affecting Cumbria for the foreseeable future. And as a consequence of the government's consultation document, which came out about 2 months ago, giving us 3 months to respond, or thereabouts, I would not be putting it too mildly, in fact, if I said that some of us were actually quite incensed by some of the proposals in that consultation document. There seems to be a persistence which we detect within the consultation paper of frequently returning to Cumbria, despite the fact that already it has been shown incontrovertibly by eminent geologists and geophysicists, Cumbria does not have the right geology, the safe geology, in which to build a nuclear store, a nuclear underground repository. Bearing in mind that this repository will be something like 4.5 kilometers in length, underground, at a depth of 1,000 meters. Now that's 15 times deeper than the deepest London underground. So what we are arguing for is, and suggesting to the government in our response, is that it is pointless to keep on and on and on trying to find a suitable location in Cumbria. Bear in mind that 70% of Copeland is in the Lake District National Park. An enormous amount of Allerdale is in an AONB along the Solway Coast. In other words, much of Cumbria is protected by statute. So what we are saying to government effectively is, look, your search for a geological disposal facility in Cumbria, frankly, government, is bankrupt. You're not going to find it in Cumbria. And you're not going to find the optimum conditions in Cumbria. And the optimum conditions are those which guarantee the maximum safety. Find the right geology, what appears to be the right geology, then ask for volunteers. Secondly, in our response, is the fact that having had a resounding no from Cumbria County Council, in my opinion, this is a fairly underhand, the consultation document, and the process proposed is an underhand method of eliminating the obstacle, namely in this case Cumbria County Council, from the equation. Effectively, you disenfranchise in Cumbria 500,000 people from the decision making. And this repository, or the search for a repository, is not going to affect only Copeland. It will spill over into South Lakes, into Eden, into Barrow. Not anti-nuclear, quite the opposite. We want much more better focused investment in West Cumbria. And with that investment should go much better facilities for the local community. It is not morally acceptable to have so many people living in poverty in West Cumbria. It is even more immoral to build a repository that does not have the optimum or maximum amount of safety inherent within it. So that's where we're coming from. We have a number of objectives, a number of aims. The website is up and running. It's www.cumbriatrust.org. You'll find lots and lots and lots more information on that. And I will stop there. Thank you for listening. John, Jeff, do you want to make any points?
There is no other rationale for excluding the county council, such as Cumbria, from the process, other than to get the result that you want, for all the reasons that Eddie said. And I find that deeply disturbing, personally. And I think that's been the final straw for us in forming Cumbria Trust, really, that we believe that there is a groundswell of support for the stance that Cumbria County Council took back in January. It was cross-party support. Eddie was leader at the time of the council and of the Conservatives. The Labour leader stood side by side with Eddie. We believe that the majority of Cumbrian people are affronted by the government's intent to effectively remove the county council from the decision-making process. and quite frankly, we're not going to stand by and let it happen.
Thanks, John.
Attack on democracy is very worrying. I mean, that actually got my hackles up when I first read the consultation document. That's quite scary in itself. Without anything else, it's like an insult to what we believe to be a democratic society, a democratic country.
You all very much for being patient, for listening to us. You will obviously feel the passion that we bring to this subject.